Salutations, meatbags. I'm your non-binary horror host with the most, Mr. Bones. And today, we're talking about Rob fucking Zombie. Rob Zombie is one of the many cornerstones of modern horror. From his music that has been featured in the likes of The Matrix, and if you're a horror fan, all over Bride of Chucky, from the opening credits using Living Dead Girl to them listening to Thunder Kiss on the radio, all over that movie. To even his own movies, such as House of a Thousand Corpses, Devil's Rejects, 31, the Halloween remakes, Lords of Salem. But he's most well known for his music, from hit songs like Living Dead Girl, as aforementioned, and Dragula, to more modern songs like Bone Pile and Crow Killer Blues. But today, we're talking about my favorite Rob Zombie album, and subsequently my favorite Rob Zombie movie. But we'll start with the album. The Sinister Urge. This is just a fun, hard rock, horror metal synth ride with references to things like Clockwork Orange and with features by Ozzy Osbourne on songs like Ironhead, to these weird interludes that seemingly tell their own story, though I'm not quite sure what that is, to what I think is the best song on the album, and my favorite song on the album, and ties into a movie, my favorite Rob Zombie movie, House of a Thousand Corpses. The song opens with like this interlude from a newscast, catching you up on the story of a serial killer who's been arrested and charged with murder and cannibalism and defiling of corpses, before it cuts into this eerie creaking that leads into the song, telling the story of this house and this serial killer, more so serial killer family. And throughout the song you can hear the screams of the victims. It's very unsettling, but it's done in such a way that's captivating. It's interesting. And the whole song's like this slow country horror rock song. And it just gets stuck in your head, or in my head, or in my case, stuck in my skull. It's just so masterfully done. It's my favorite Rob Zombie song, my favorite song on the album. And I think part of that, aside from everything I said, is it ties into my favorite Rob Zombie movie, House of a Thousand Corpses, which I think is his most fun movie. I do like his Halloween remakes. I do... like is a strong word. I respect Devil's Rejects. I think that Lords of Salem, I'm sure that it has its fans. It's just a bit boring to me. But House of a Thousand Corpses is just fun shock horror. And it has some funny bits of humor throughout. It just tastes so damn good. Or, Dr. Satan! The got blood all over my best damn clown suit. Captain Spaulding is my favorite character from the movie. Despite being a bad guy, he's still hilarious. And it has some genuinely terrifying villains. Although it may not make the most sense with all the interludes and non sequiturs, I think it's still fun. And I think that the tie-in to this album makes it even more fun. Because I view this album and House of a Thousand Corpses as like a dual experience. You can't have one without the other. Yeah, I also think it has one of his best covers. It's just him in stark bluish greening with bluish greenish flames in the background, and his name and the Sinister Urge, and then the Sinister Urge symbol. It's just... it lets you know what you're in for. It's awesome. So yeah. Whether The general public likes it or not, Rob Zombie is here, has made a name, and has influenced both music and horror, for better and for worse sometimes. But he will always be a legend. Until next time, I'm a non-binary horror host with the most, Mr. Bones. Rock on.